Hello and welcome to another Ollama training video. This is Daniel from Tiger Triangle Technologies, and as promised in my last video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a model file using a graphical user interface. Last time we used a text editor, we did it manually, and this time we're going to use a GUI. It's a web user interface called Open WebUI. I think you're going to love it. Now, if you are going to follow along, you'll need Ollama and Open WebUI installed already, but if you need help with the Ollama installation, then you can watch the first video in this series that I did, which walks you through how to get started with Ollama, how to get up and running with your own local AI assistant. If you need help with installation of Open WebUI, that video is in the works. I hope to have it published very soon. But if you don't have any of that installed, you just want to watch, I think you're going to still get a lot out of this. We have already laid a lot of the groundwork, and in this video we can see it really starting to pay off. Let's jump in and have some fun. Okay, we're on openwebui.com and we've logged in. So you'll see a page similar to this with model files, prompts, and all that, right? So if you have model files selected here and you click create, you can create a new model file. So we're going to do that. Click on create. So we'll start out by creating Shakespeare again like I did last time, but this time it'll be with this user interface, and then we'll create another one that is different in a different place. Okay, so Shakespeare, and it automatically names it for you, and you can change it if you want, but that's great. The description will be a simulation of the great dramatist William Shakespeare. And for the content, it'll be very similar to what we had last time, except since Llama 3 is out and it's an amazing model, we're going to go with Llama 3. And temperature is still 1. I did set the comment to explain why we're setting it to that temperature. And I changed the comment to say our character should mimic William Shakespeare as much as possible, but otherwise I kept it the same as last time. We can also include prompt suggestions down here. I think a good one would be, who are you? And then we can add a few more. Can add, how are you on this fine day, like we asked it last time. Right, the opening to a play about artificial intelligence. Then we're going to pick some categories. We're going to say character and writing. Create and submit. All right, your model file is now available. One thing we can do. All right, so we're going to save and update that. Okay, so yeah, that's better. Need a picture with it. And so one thing this also does, if you do it up here in the Open WebUI community, this allows other people to download it and use it as well. We wanted to come up here and get this, import it in WebUI. Now I think what I'll run into if I import it is I already have Shakespeare, right? So we need to delete that model first, but let's just download and see what that file looks like real quick. Okay, so now we have it, and you'll see this looks very similar to last time when we did it by hand, right? We did it manually. And so you have your from, you have a parameter, we have our system prompt down here, and it just added this extra comment here as well. So hopefully that looks pretty familiar from the last video if you did get a chance to watch that. We're going to import it in WebUI, but first let's jump over into our WebUI. And we're going to go here in the settings and go to models, and we're going to delete this model out of here that we made before. I'm going to delete that. Okay, so that's deleted. Okay, so now let's go back into this window, and we're going to import it. So let's do localhost :3000. Import. If you find any of these up here on the hub in the community, you can download them that easy. So we're going to say save and create. All right, that's a success. And now you can see we have this as listed in my model files. So it makes it pretty easy to create your own model file. Super easy, I think, compared to doing it manually. This is great. All right, we're going to create another model real quick. And so we're going to do that here within the Open WebUI interface. So we're going to click Create Model File. We're going to name it C3PO, a simulation of C3PO from Star Wars. And for the content of the model file, we're going to use Llama 3 as the model. And we're going to explain this a little bit just with comments. So this will be our system prompt. So we created our C3PO model file now and gave it some prompt suggestions as well. And so we saved and updated it. And okay. And so we tried it out. Could you please translate the following phrase into 10 forms of communication? Hello. I love this. It did a really good job. Hey, if you want to stick around to the end, we'll have C3PO tell us all the new ways to say hello here. The next step is to take our model file and share it with the community. We could do like we did Shakespeare and create it up in the Open WebUI website, but it should be an easier way, right? So if we take this, click share, and boom, we are ready to say just create and submit. So we're going to go back here and it should show up now as a new model file. So we have our C3PO and Shakespeare. If we go back in here, I wonder why it made this lowercase. Did I do that? I can't remember, but I'm going to try to change that. Save and update. Let's just go back. Okay, let's see if it saved it right now. Yes, so it's uppercase now. So, and then, so we have our C3PO, we have our Shakespeare. See all Shakespeare. There had been 3 down, so there'd been a couple other people download that just in the time I was making the video. So you can see a lot of people do use these, and you can see why. It makes it pretty nice to either grab a model file to use, or to grab one to use as at least a starting point. So yeah, I would encourage you to go. And somebody made Aristotle. That's pretty neat. There's been a lot of people that just have some pretty cool ideas up here. So, and this is just another way to discover other model files. So it's a good idea to check here before you create yours. And somebody may have already created it. You can bring it down. You may use it as is, or you could modify it. And so there's a lot of options down here. Featured model files, top model files. You can go through here and see all the model files, and you could also search for them. So if you want to say, hey, is there already, and this is what I was going to make, but somebody already made it. But there's a Jarvis up here. Okay, so there's a couple of Jarvis. And so, yeah, they're using Mixtral. You could grab this and you could change the model file or whatever once you have it, and makes pretty nice. But definitely could give you a jump start. So back when I did my last video, which I think I posted about a week ago, I was up here and I was trying to figure out what would be good to make that they haven't already made. So I searched Shakespeare, it didn't exist, and now I just now noticed that mine is up here, and then there's a William Shakespeare here as well. And I am pretty sure that was not up here before. But yeah, so they have written a lot more in their system prompt, and it looks good. So that would be interesting one to try as well. But that just shows you just how huge and fast growing this community is, that there's just a lot of models going up all the time. I'm not sure when that was put up, but I just didn't notice it last time. So interesting. But there's a lot that you can explore up there and try, and a lot of fun to be had with fun characters, but also, as we could see, there's a lot of business use cases, for coders and social media, and just a lot of different things. There's a psychologist, and so yeah, a lot of neat stuff. Okay, I'll give you my full response to the prompt we gave to C3PO earlier, and then we'll wrap this all up.
Oh dear. Translating hello into 10 forms of communication? That's a tall order, even for a fussy protocol droid like myself. But I shall endeavor to do so. Here are the translations. Galactic Basic, hello. Binary, 0100110110110011001101, a series of binary code. Trandashan, RHHRRKRZZ, Trandashan is a complex language, but I've managed to translate it into an approximation of the phrase. Shiriiwo, KKTCHK, Shiriiwo is a musical language, so the translation is more like a melodic representation of hello. Rodian, Rurohu, Rodians are known for their unique vocalizations, and I've tried to capture that in this translation. Geonosian, Cree KR. Geonosians communicate through a series of clicks and chirps, so the translation is more like a representation of the sounds. Mon Calamari, Humirohu. Mon Calamari are amphibious creatures, and their language reflects that. This translation incorporates some aquatic sounds. Chileki, Shaikili Lu. Chileki is a complex language with its own grammar and syntax. I've tried to capture the essence of hello in this translation. Hutties, Hrrmhu. Huts are known for their growls and snarls, so the translation incorporates some animalistic sounds. Decorian, Zheruku. Decorians communicate through a series of high-pitched chirps. This translation attempts to capture that. Oh dear, I do hope those translations are satisfactory.
I just want to pause here and say that I hope you learned something and found this a bit entertaining. I know there might be some serious Star Wars fans out there that are saying, you mispronounced that, or I just checked my translator and that was incorrect. Hey, we're just having some fun with these LLMs. It's still a work in progress, so gotta have a little grace here. Alright, C3PO, if you would be so kind as to tell our awesome viewers goodbye for now in Twi'leki, I would be ever so grateful.
Dear friend, C3PO, I shall attempt to convey your message in the elegant and melodic Twi'leki language. Here's what you requested. Shah Kilal Shakor, Shamal Ekor, which translates to goodbye for now. Until next time, take care. Please do excuse my slight hesitation in delivering the phrase. As a protocol droid, I must ensure that the nuances of any given language are accurately conveyed. And Twi'leki, with its intricate patterns and melodic cadence, is particularly demanding, shall we say. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some important linguistic research to attend to. Carry on, dear friend.